Hello everyone. I have not done a video in about a week and a half because I've been traveling, which was a lot of fun, but I am back talking about analyzing your OCD, and this goes for intrusive thoughts, images, sensation, and urges. Today I'm doing the video in my car just because I have a little bit busier of a schedule today, and I'm not sure if I was going to get everything in on time, so I wanted to get this video in while I have the next hour of my time free. Before I go any further, please subscribe, hit that like button, comment down below, let me know what you think about this content, let me know what you think about this video, let me know if there's something that you want to see me add to this in a new video covering rumination or anything like that, or analyzing specifically. So, when someone is going through OCD and anxiety recovery, there are large periods of time where your mind will automatically analyze different things. That is intrusive thoughts, images, sensation, urges. It will bring your attention to the realness of OCD, the dire need to have something figured out right now. And what we want to learn to do is sit with that unknown. And that is so important. So many people ask me in one-on-one coaching and webinar services, what is the difference between analyzing and rumination? They say, Nick, you and Rob, I hear you guys kind of differentiate between these two. Is there a difference? What's the difference? So number one is you're never going to be able to get certainty on what is analyzing in an outward fashion. You're actually trying to solve it like you have a piece of paper in front of you, or it's automatic. Now, we know OCD is not as simple as just bring down rumination. I hear a lot of people talk about that bringing down rumination is the most important thing with OCD recovery. It's probably, and if I had 5 things that are important, it's probably the least important, because the most important is changing your beliefs. Second is changing your compulsions. That's avoidance behaviors. Third is patience. Fourth is persistence. And then fifth is wearing rumination primarily, because it's quite automatic. And analyzing is that as well. So, I am completely recovered from sensory motor OCD. I have no sensory motor. I haven't had it in a really long time. It doesn't mean it can't come back one day. It does try to peek its head every once in a while, because I was really scared of it for a long time. But it's nothing on a daily basis or even monthly basis or even bi-monthly basis. It's just when I'm really tired and I'm hiking mountains, usually I've slept like 2 hours or something, or I've been traveling a lot, and just those stressful life things, it's where it tries to peek in. So when I would wake up in the morning, I would open my eyes and immediately have a panic attack. Constantly. I would have instant panic sensations from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep. My heart would be pounding. Like, one of my big compulsions was checking my phone time and making sure I was getting up on time. That's probably the one that, if it tries to nag me the most, like in the grand scheme of life, because I really, one of the more difficult things for me is allowing life to just unfold the way it is while still having goals and not needing those goals to be accomplished. This is something that's a lifelong progress for everyone. There's nothing wrong with goals. There's nothing wrong with writing your goals down. So I'd wake up in the morning and I would have this like doom, 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 doom. I got out of the bed, foggy vision, and I would have to start my day. And that would last for a while because my nerves were so sensitized. Once I realized that what was going on was, I would wake up in the morning and my first initial thoughts was, how do I stop analyzing and how do I stop ruminating? Once I realized that that was not something I could just stop because it was so automatic, that's when I became to make a little bit more peace with that. And the reason why the analyzing and the rumination was so high was because I was so scared of my worst case scenario. And I think it's really important to cover that. So when you're trying to figure out what's analyzing and what's rumination, the first thing is you don't really need to know the difference. All you have to really know is there's a large part of you that is trying to figure it out like a math problem. But there also is a large part of you that's doing it in an automatic fashion because the core fear is still high. So I always talk about the waterfall effect. So if you go to like a restaurant and you see like a Buddha statue and the waterfalls flowing into each other. So what you'll have is the top waterfall where the water's coming out from the back is the core fear. That's the top of the waterfall. And then that flows down into intrusive thoughts, images, sensation, urges. That's what makes it feel so real. That's what makes the core fear feel so alive. And then that flows into the realness of it. So the realness of a sensation, an urge, an image, a thought, whatever it may be. It feels really real to the sufferer. And then that waterfall flows down into a compulsion or avoidance behavior, because then it gives you a relief, and then the water gets sucked back to the back and goes up top again. So core fear, intrusive thoughts, images, sensation, urges, rumination, and analyzing. That steps down into a compulsion and avoidance behaviors. That seeps around the back, gets brought up to the top of the waterfall, and reinstills the cycle over and over and over again. So in order to get underneath that, the best thing to do is to get underneath your core fear and change your behaviors. Now, it is really important to realize that you will have long periods of time where you will analyze all day long. You are going to analyze from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. That is a normal part of the OCD process that's not talked about enough, because so many people are like, you need to not do this, you need to not do that. Yes, that sounds all good in theory until I speak to all these people and they all say to me, Nick, I've been trying to do that, but it doesn't seem to change. And the reason why it's not seeming to change is because you won't be able to just have that go away overnight. It took me 2 years to get to a really good spot. 3 years to get to a really good spot. And then I had some pretty big relapses in between that second and third year, which is just, part of the course, which happens to many people. And then I got to a spot to where I had to realize that there was other things in my life that needed work that were outside my direct OCD fear. So this is a big process. But the reason why I wanted to make this video was I wanted to talk about, because I do think it's important to always, reiterate what analyzing means, why you can't bring it down automatically, and you kind of combine that with rumination and analyzing, and realizing that those are being perpetuated because the core fear is still high. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It won't be too much of a long one because I'm just in the car right now. Always remember, if you're interested in our coaching and webinar services, please email us at info@ocdrecovery.com, and we'll get back to you in a timely fashion. I do want to end this video with something a little bit unique, as it's December 31st. That's when I'm doing this video, so it's New Year's Day, or New Year's Eve. I want to know if you would like, give me recommendations on all things you want to see me cover or recover in the 2023 year. And this could be anything from lifestyle factors, different themes, specific themes, whiteboard videos, rumination versus analyzing, patience and persistence, motivation, discipline, weathering the storm, what's a myth, what isn't a myth, the up and down, the urges, and everything in between. So let me know about that, and I can get back to you as soon as I can, and that will be great. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the support from everyone at OCD Recovery. We all appreciate you. Me, Momin, Phil, Rob, all the other people that do videos, the team. It's a great thing. And we will get back to you as shortly as we can. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day.